Okay. All right. Looks like we are live, I believe. Uh,
Yes.
Welcome to Mox Masters July. Mike here from Playing with Power. We've got a very exciting round five here coming up, and then we're going to be streaming the semifinals and finals after that. So for uh, yeah, so would you introduce yourself, TK?
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is TK. I'm one of the newer members of Playing with Power. So I'm excited to be casting here today with Mike. We got some really cool decks, it seems, that have made it all the way down here. So I'm excited to see them in action for sure.
Yeah, looks like we got an awesome game lined up here. So we've got Atraxa, we've got Timna Kodama, Tevish, Zot, and Crom, and we've got Dihada Binder of Wills. So let's go ahead. It looks like they are resolving mulligans, so let's go ahead and hop over to the game.
Mhm. Awesome.
So on the play here, it looks like we've got the Atraxa deck, Dihada second, Tevish Crom in third, and Timna Kodama in fourth. I think this is looking like a pretty mid-rangey pod for the most part. You've got
Yeah,
a little bit of stacks coming from Tim Kodama here. Collector Oofs, Straniths, Dronalum Vala, things like that. This is quite a stacksy list. Uh
absolutely. Uh,
Woo. We've got some little bit of internet slowed down here, I think. Yeah, Tevish Crom, this is a more mid-rangey version of the generic Grixis piles. Uh, we got like a deluge, a ton of creatures that interact with the board, like Bowmasters, Oppo Agent, Notion Thief. Uh, and then Dihada, of course, is one of the fastest decks in the format. It is looking to zoom and went
mm,
through Flicker, Breach, things like that. Yep. Yep, Mardu Summer is upon us.
oh man, Dahada is such a good list too. Just in general with what it can do. But Atraxa is definitely like one of those decks that has also like just like Nahada really kind of taken over the format. Um, yeah, it's definitely a lot of mid range going on in this pod, like you said. I'm excited to see kind of what Tevish Prom does. That's a list that I personally don't have a lot of experience seeing. Uh, yeah, it's very
It's
exciting.
Yeah, it's I mean, obviously, you've got Crom and the Commando, you're playing Grixis colors. It's very powerful. I mean, we're talking like a ton of value engines compared to something like a like Roxai playing a lot of
Mm,
fast mana and a lot of turbo effects. This is, Deluge for the Wrath. It's got we've even got some Hallbreaker Horror. There's Malevolent Hermit as kind of a silency effect and defense grid, because we're lacking in the white. Uh, definitely a really cool, really unique list.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. Okay.
and Timno Kodama is something I have lost to a decent amount of times. Not super familiar with all the lines, but this may be yeah. We've got Protean Hulk list. So the versions that I've played against do loops with like cedh, which honestly I don't fully understand them. I died to them and I'm like, okay, that was sweet, but I don't really know what they did. Uh, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of stacks here. This is a really sweet list.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Yeah, Alurin. Wow.
There's one thing that Tim Nakadama has done as a list that I've lost to a ton. It's shut down the game. but we're getting started here. We've got a Chrome Mox being played, tapping it for a Soul Ring. Gotcha. Yeah. Arcane Signet into a Mystic Remora, turn one.
Hey, no lander into a Remora. That's a powerful turn one, and
Yeah.
it resolves. There are only two blue decks at the table, so if they're gonna interact, they have to interact with each other on the stack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it looks
So,
like according to the points here, the Atraxa deck needs to win here if they're trying to make top 16. So big
mm,
game and big start too.
yeah, great start.
And looks like Dihada here with just shocking of a blood crypt and passing. That usually sounds like Vampiric Tutor.
Yeah. Looks like Tevish and Crom here going for a gamble.
Yeah, already two cards drawn from the Remora and many more turns able to pay for it. Really ideal start for Atraxa for sure.
Indeed.
Especially with lacking red. Sans red, you miss out on a little bit of the explosiveness of red, but more than making up for it with all the mana and draw power.
Yeah. Especially with all that card draw. Yeah, you're definitely right. Okay,
So
so
we've
we're
got
resolving a gamble here, especially with 7 cards in hand. It's a really good
yeah, what are
odds that you're getting what you
thoughts?
want.
Yeah. What are thoughts we're putting a mana crypt in the graveyard? Probably 1 in 7, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diabolic Intent going to the grave here.
Diabolic Intent.
Don't think
Uh,
that's what the shirt's for.
no, I wouldn't bet money on that either. Okay. So we have an Exotic Orchard played for land for turn.
Yeah, it's okay. So curious what they gambled for. Possibly maybe a Dockside actually. Uh, Timno Kadama with the turn one
Yeah.
dork and pass. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like you're tapping for a Deathrite Shaman.
Yup. And paying for the Mystic Remora is Kung Fu Geek. Tundra, so they've got their land. They drew their land.
Yeah.
That's to be
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah. And with all this
Uh,
mana, that fish is staying around as long as he
oh
wants it
yeah,
to.
absolutely. And then looks like a talisman on the stack here. And a Drannith Magistrate. That's a Deathrite Shaman. Yep, so
Yeah.
Drannith, turn 2 Drannith, ton of mana, and holding up a mana that looks like 2 cards in hand.
Yep.
Okay.
With the fish
And
on
yeah,
board, that's
there's an instep Vampiric Tutor. What does Dockside make
there you
here? For a
go.
Dahada player, I would, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that makes 4. Okay, that is a
Or
turn 2 Dahada if they want it.
yeah, absolutely.
Or 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. That's a turn 2 Dahada
Wow.
plus mana. Yeah, the Drannith
Hmm.
is, yeah, doing some heavy lifting for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see where we go with this Vampiric Tutor. Calling Ritual looking real nice here. Unfortunately playing Mardu, but we got
Yeah.
one player in the pod here that could cast it.
Yeah. Trying to think of anything else that could have got.
And there's no Calling Rituals happening here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in this seat, do you look for something that can get rid of the drain up so you can go ahead and go with your Dahado plays and try and storm off, or do you wait till the second, um, since that's kind of putting off the other players as well, and kind of look for
Uh,
something to develop a game plan here?
yeah, we're in second seat. You at least 2 blue decks you have to worry about here. Uh, I don't know. I mean, Dockside seems really tempting that you need something to pay off afterwards. This could possibly
Yeah.
be something like Tortu Naz.
Mhm.
If we're keeping, I mean, if the Dihada deck in second seat is keeping a hand with nothing but turn 1 Vampiric Tutor, I feel like the turn 2 has to be really explosive. Dockside usually makes up for that. There's got to be some explosive stuff happening here. This deck
Absolutely.
really takes advantage of the early game more than anything else.
Yeah, definitely agreed. Thinking about the play here, drew the tutor from the vampiric.
There's a
Okay,
Rite of
tapping for
Flame.
the land. Yeah. So two
So
red mana floating. There you go. It
and
was the dark side.
yeah, the turn 2 Dockside. So it's not much of a surprise. Hopefully we have some big payoffs coming afterwards. This deck has a pretty big reliance on Breach. Now it's not the kind of deck that's going to lose to one stacks piece, but Drannith is a really good one at both stopping the Breach plan and stopping the Tihada plan.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely a big lockdown on that whole strategy. But we've got an imp seal, it looks like.
Yeah, really feed in the fish
Or
here.
no. No.
This fish is not going hungry, that's for sure.
Hmm.
So double tutors with the Dockside. I'm trying to think of what a Mardu deck can do into Remora and Drannith here that they're tutoring for.
Yeah, you don't have the things like a cyclonic rift to kind of get rid of everything here.
Okay, we put the card on top here. Let's
I
see what else we
guess you
got.
could bolt the Draenith, but last chance. Okay, wow.
That is a big play.
That is
That's we are going for it. Turn 2 last chance after the Dockside. Possibly untapping with 3 to 4 mana. That's really going for it.
oh yeah.
So I would
And
expect to
it
see
resolves,
some.
so we're going to the next
Yeah,
turn.
yeah. I'd expect to see something like a maybe a silence here. Maybe
Yeah.
okay, we've got a mana vault. Maybe an ad nauseum and
That's
another
what I'm
draw for the
thinking up
fish.
right too.
Yeah, that turn 2 Nos. Let's see it. Okay. Yep. We are going for it. Tapping out, cracking the treasures. This is the
Uh,
turn. If you're gonna go for it, this is it.
there we
This
go.
is
There's
this is the
that
last
nose.
chance turn. It's on ad Nos on the stack.
Yeah, if it
It looks like
resolves,
it
this is it.
resolves.
Mm,
Wow, that is. Oh, there's Underworld Breach off the top. Yep. Opposition agent.
yeah.
Okay, Jeweled Lotus. Yep, Enlightened Tutor. We need some mana. We're looking for
Yeah.
some mana here.
Mana and something to oh, well, I guess if you can get the
Curse Mirror. That copies Dockside. There's the
yeah,
plateau. Yep. There's a
looking for a
Drannith.
twin
Yeah, we're
flame.
looking. There's the One Ring. Okay, down to 11.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Oh yeah.
We've got a land drop. We've got a land drop.
Yeah.
And if we can get to 3, we can Curse Mirror the Dockside. That gets us up there. Okay,
That
Orcish
gets some mana.
Bowmasters.
Yeah.
We are down to 4. And yeah, if we're not able to put it together with this Nas here, it's looking pretty good for Atraxa. There's LED. LED's
There's
big.
LED. Yeah, LED
Although
is
they're
huge.
still need an answer
Oh,
to that Drannith. Yeah, Final Fortune's kind of a dead draw here. We're at 1. Are we going for more fast mana? There hasn't been
yeah.
as far as fast mana goes. Nope, we're going deeper. There's Mana Crypt. Oh my god,
Wow.
that's a hit. That is dead.
Metacrypt is a perfect hit off of this. Oh my
Whoa, at
god.
1 life. That is, yeah, you cannot ask for a better. That's crazy. So
That's crazy.
there's
With the Signet in
does
hand
does
too,
he go
right? Yeah.
deeper? I don't think he goes deeper. I think that's about best case scenario here. That okay, so we've got Crypt, we've got Land Drop, we've got Curse Mirror to copy Dockside up to 5.
That's what I'm thinking too here. Try
Uh
and get as much mana as possible.
yeah, and if the fish player, they're playing white, they made it for the sound effect. Sound effect is just that's it. There's you're not stopping that with the Mardu deck here. That's the piece that you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe if the Tevish Crom player had anything, I think they would have used it on the Nas. So
Absolutely.
we are relying on the Atraxa player here for any interaction. And they are about to draw a lot of cards. They still have 1 mana available.
That's true.
So there's a Crypt. And that's gonna be
Crypt is
another
being
fish draw.
played.
And ooh, he almost plays land. Okay, we got the
Whoa.
Badlands.
Badlands.
Oh, no, nope. What do we got? Gemstone Mine. Okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine a Curse Mirror coming down here, copying a Dockside. Okay, yep, so we gotta put that
Yeah.
counter there, remove a counter from the Gemstone, a Curse Mirror on the stack. This would be a Dockside with haste, and notably, this is one of the clones that can be countered by things like Force Negation. Or,
Mm,
well, not Fierce, but yeah, Force Negation.
yep. And it resolved, so
Yep.
getting back up on the treasures. I don't know why.
The speed at which he's playing makes me feel like this game might just be over on turn 2 here.
Yeah.
And I have kept many hands that are nothing on turn 1 and with turn 2 Dockside, and it usually works out pretty well, especially when you've got things like, 3, 4, 5 pieces on turn 1.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just punish your opponents for playing all those rocks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Still have Breach in hand, but the Draenith is on board.
Oh yeah, we've got the LED, we've got the breach. Like, if there's a
Yeah.
way to remove Draenith, and possibly fish.
Yeah.
Got things. So I'm not sure if he had other card. He had to have other cards in hand, right? That wasn't this whole hand. I don't think. Okay. So Nas might have been the last card in hand. So we may be playing with fully revealed information here. I believe there's an Orcish Bowmasters. If he's able to do something like Bowmasters into Wheel, could deal with the
Yeah.
Draenith and maybe, you know, some life totals here, but we've got a real tanky turn. This is a difficult turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bowmasters, it doesn't I'm not sure if we hit any other draw spells here. Any wheels, anything like that. I think he would. Oh, he may slam a wheel, I don't know. But yeah, I don't believe there was any wheels revealed.
Yeah.
So
No.
there's okay, we're thinking.
Yeah.
Bowmasters, so yeah, I mean Bowmasters with a Remora could answer the Draenith. Although he may stop drawing cards, which I guess is sort of
If
an
he
answer to
wants to draw.
Remora in a way.
Yeah. But on a Final Fortune turn, though, you kind of need an answer immediately, and that's the scary part in this position.
Yeah. So yeah, we're tanking hard here.
Hmm. Got to give credit for going for it, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's I mean going for the turn 2, yeah, last chance, super risky, and sometimes you just gotta make them have it, especially when the players are tapping out. Low on cards. There's okay, so we've got looks like a red elemental blast targeting assuming the only blue permanent in play, which is Mystic Remora.
Yeah, it's got to be the fish.
Gotta draw, maybe what yeah, okay, so we're answering the fish.
Okay. So no more draws. He shut off the blue player from trying to seek answers.
And we've got an LED here. Breach doesn't do anything. LED gives us mana to also not do anything. Okay, there's our LED. And Jeweled Lotus, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. if the Dahada could be played, I could definitely see a way to kind of dig a little deeper. But that Draenith is definitely stopping a lot of these plays.
Yeah. Yeah, Remora, turn 1 Remora, turn 2 Draenith. Really powerful, especially on the play right before the Dihada deck. It's a rough place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got about 10 answers in the Atraxa deck here to try to find something with the Remora out, and yeah, that's really not super likely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a rough position.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like there's a Diabolic Intent. The so Diabolic Intent. Looks like we're down to yep. So, okay, so down to 2 mana. Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Cursed Mirror Dockside. So, what can we intent for that just wins the game here? With 2 mana
I'm
up, they've got an LED,
I'm thinking a bolt, right?
a
Something
bolt.
to kill Draenith, and then you can go off with the Underworld Breach LED. And
Um, so they could, but only 2 mana available at the moment.
only two mana. That's true. So let's say you get Diabolic Intent, you play the bolt, cracking a treasure. Yeah, you're correct. Oh man, it's a rough spot. I can't.
Yeah, so it's possible if you maybe Diabolic Intent for something like a Savines, you can hold priority. I guess that doesn't work with Dranithan plays. You can do something like Diabolic Intent, hold priority, crack LED to get a bunch of mana and tutor for a card and find the card to keep it in your hand.
Hmm.
Uh though I'm not sure what you can Savines that answers the Dranith.
Yeah,
So you could theoretically you could Diabolic Intent, crack LED takes you up to 5 mana, find a card that can answer Dranith,
yeah,
and have 5 mana available to do it.
yeah. If I'm Tevish Krom or Timna Kadama here, I've got to be thinking about the fact that even though there weren't any answers to the Dahada turn, Atraxa did draw like 15 cards on their turn. So you got to be looking at if you're not winning on this turn, now you have to look towards the Atraxa player to see kind of what they got for their gas in the tank. It's
Yeah, if it's not interaction, this is yeah. Untapping with that much mana is
yeah,
I don't know how you're winning.
yeah,
So okay, so portable hole is the play. So we get a portable hole here.
okay.
And it's gonna exile the Dranith.
Yep.
Okay. So no mental missteps here, which is the other piece of interaction they could have had. Assuming if it
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think you
Yeah,
cast Dahada
Yep.
here.
Yep, that's true. Yep, Dihana gets us there. Okay, so one thing we can do, yeah, crack Jeweled Lotus here. Crack your last treasure. Or I mean, or your LED really. No, not your LED. You can crack your Jeweled Lotus, crack your treasure. You need to crack the LED. Yeah, because white, black, red. Cast Dihada. That puts your breach in the grave if you crack the LED. Uh, yeah, tough spot because Jeweled Lotus will
Yeah.
play for 2 of the mana. You have 1 left after Portable Hole. That doesn't win. Cracking the
Okay.
LED. So yeah. Okay, so we're pitching hand to LED. Yep. So we need a way to put Savines in our graveyard. Dehada can mill 4 cards. So maybe our out here is playing Dehada, milling for, hoping to hit Sabine's Reclamation. It looks like that's what we're
Yeah,
going for here.
yeah. Getting the breach in the grave is very rough here.
And there's the Dehada. So we've got, looks like we left up a black mana and I think 2 white mana looking for Sabines. Not that, so we got Dehada. Dehada resolved. Milling 1,
Yep.
2, 3, and 4. There's no Sabine's Reclamation. It looks like that's it. Yeah, that's the out. The out that
Yeah.
we found was Millings over Sabines with Dehada. Unfortunately, did not work out.
Oh man. Yeah.
The portable holes, yep. So Zane is out of the game. That is brutal. It's a brutal way to go. We're looking for the Savines. It was 8 cards down, so we were 4 cards away. That's kind of painful.
Yeah.
And now this game just got flipped upside down. We've got Tevish Crom on tapping. They can still dockside. They're still able to dockside for a ton of mana. We've got Timna Kodama and the Atraxa player untapping with a bunch of cards and a bunch of mana.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this turn, we may not see another turn cycle after this, but we'll see. Atraxa not hitting either interaction that actually stopped the Dihada deck, or possibly maybe more expensive interaction. Makes me wonder if they drew more, a lot of like win pieces, things like that.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's the feeling that I would get.
Yeah. Especially for Tavish Karam and Tim Nakadama. I think if I'm not winning this turn, I need to find a way to find answers to whatever Atraxa drew into.
Yeah, and without Atraxa seemingly not having much interaction, they may have creature interaction, things like that. It is possible for Tim Nakadama to untap, maybe play something like a Collector Roof. Would be very, very good here.
Yeah, definitely
That's
stop all the rocks.
that's the card I'm looking for if I'm in Tim Nakadama's seat.
Agreed. Yeah, stopping that mana influx would definitely be good. So we got an Ancient
Then
Tomb played for land.
I would imagine a dockside. Maybe it's a wheel. A wheel would be pretty good here. Okay, yep, we got a dockside
Yeah,
extortionist on the
it's
stack.
Dockside.
Yup. Okay, so it's for 4 now. It's not as bad as the fish. Still a lot of
Yeah,
mana.
yeah,
Draenith in
definitely.
plays, shutting off our possible turn 2 Tevish or turn 2 Crom, though I don't think that's what they're going for here.
Yeah, definitely.
Fimage on the Draenith. Yep, that looks like even more mana. So up to
Yep,
7. It's resolved.
there we go. Yeah, stockpile as much mana as you can.
There's an ad nauseum. We're just really going for it here. Let's see if ad
Yeah,
nauseum number 2 can get there. Maybe I think I have a feeling this one's gonna resolve here.
yeah. These players are not scared to go for it. I am high dog with it. I like it.
No. Okay, Mystic Reflection. We got a Grim Monolith. We got a Praetor's Grasp. Not great hits so far. Lotus Petal. Yeah, that's good. Can't tell what that one is. Psych Rift. There's the Draineth answer. Yep, Cabal, Ritual, Fierce Guardianship. Looks like a basic land. Demonic Consultation. Yep, there's Daze. We got a Mystical Tutor. Let's take some more lands. Aristic Study. So our fail case here is playing Aristic Study. Still pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah.
Soul Ring. Yep, looks like Arcane Signet, I think. We're off to the races here. Hopefully they can put something together.
Yep.
Let's 7 life. Are they stopping? That's
Stopping at 7.
confidence. Yeah. Yeah, we got some fast mana. Okay. Okay. Lotus Petal, Grim Monolith. Well, I mean, man, turn two dockside from two of the players so far. Very, very powerful starts.
Yep. And you see why it's one of the most powerful cards in the format. It just accelerates your turns insanely and punishes your opponents for playing any rock ever.
Yeah. It's the age-old question. You just dump out the fast mana if you don't need it because you're worried about wheels, or do you hold it back because you're worried about the dock side?
Yeah. So we're thinking for next plays here. We got demonic consultation, tainted back, right? It's all in the hand.
Did we ever reveal? They're still going. Gemstone
Oh,
caverns, underworld breach. Okay,
there we
okay.
go.
We got a lotus petal. We got a breach. Okay. Yeah. They have not cast these rocks yet. I believe they're just revealed. We're still in the middle of an
Revealed.
ad nauseum here.
Right.
In the
Okay.
tank a little bit. This deck's because this deck is more mid range. I think I think maybe stopping at 5 is a little bit safe, but I think it's fair. I believe there's, I don't know, probably about 50 different ways to win with this hand at this point.
Yeah, definitely. You've got
Pretty,
ways to search for removal for the drain if you need it.
yeah.
Um, Ton of mana.
Yeah, you can make enough mana, so we've got 4 engrave already for the Cabal Ritual Threshold. We've got the Lotus Petal. Yeah, it looks like they're stopping here. One of the things, if you're able to make 5 mana with this, I believe you are, Pitcher's Grasp for a Dockside, make 2 more Docksides. There's a Soul
Yeah.
Ring. Okay, we've got a Lotus Petal. We're tapping the Soul Ring for a Grim Monolith, making all the mana. 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4,
Let's get
5
all the mana
here.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we still got a Cabal Ritual. So they're floating 1 here, or they're floating 2. Looks like maybe an Arcane Signet come down. A lot to think about when you have a third of your deck in your hand.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is fast. This is fast magic. This Tim Nakama Stacks player here in 4th seed has played a Mana Dork, and that's it. That's all they've done. So
Yeah.
it's tough out here for the green decks. Tough out here for for slow
Yeah.
decks. It really is.
The
So
stacks guys that want to slow down, they are going at a different pace.
yeah, yeah. Keeping a land dork in 4th seed is it can be tough. I mean, if you might be a couple decks that are a little slower, so it makes sense to maybe play for the long game.
Yeah. Definitely, especially like how we were talking before, these decks are really good in the mid range, and so they probably were thinking that they wouldn't pop off as fast as possible. But when you got a turn one Mr. Gamora and both players are playing dockside,
Yeah,
it's rough.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like play back a little bit slow. Maybe they have an explosive turn two. We don't know. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
not here to say the game's over. It might not be over, but we've got a lot of mana coming from this Tevish Crom list. Praetor's
absolutely.
Grasp, yeah, we could get a. It looks like there's no docksides to get from the other players' decks. So that actually would put you down mana, so maybe not worth it. But we've also got
Yeah,
something like maybe, depending on which mana they can make, grasping for a Thassa's Oracle. We have like revealed consultation, or maybe even consultationing
yeah,
for whatever you need. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
yeah. There you go. Baby Psych Rift on the Draenei, so we're unlocked for
Okay.
Breach.
Okay, so we've got our answer for that. Yeah, we play our breach. Okay. This
Uh,
breach resolves. It's looking pretty good for a Tevish Crom player.
yeah.
There's a Lotus Petal, make more mana. Do we have a tutor in the graveyard? What do we got in the graveyard here?
The Diabolic Intent,
The
yeah.
Diabolic Intent.
And a
We
gamble as
got a
well.
gamble
Yeah.
engrave. Yeah. Yeah, gamble should get us there. So what do we got with this Lotus Petal? If we can put a few more cards in graveyard. We've still got, let's see, we got 1 mana available.
Yeah, with
And
other players not showing any sign of interaction, I think you definitely uh, go for a Fausto's Oracle here. Just kind of clean it up.
yeah, we've got to be able to get some cards in the graveyard first. So we've got a
That's
gamble. We've got a
good.
Lotus Petal here. A Demonic Consultation.
There you go.
Um, so fully tapped out for this consult. It's
It's gotta
yeah.
be,
It's
yeah.
yeah, for sure gotta be LED. Yeah, LED just we just win. We can LED, yeah, crack our hand, gamble, hit brain freeze. That's Oracle gone. Okay, consult. Not sure what they named, but okay, we are pitching to our consult. We do have a Praetor's Grasp with Oracle, so not too much of a concern.
No, yeah. Just take it from the Atraxa player and
Yeah,
move
yeah, yeah.
on.
Yep, dig in for that LED. Uh, Isling, yeah,
Yeah,
and so there's the LED. Okay, so we did
yeah.
not. The good news is we did not exile our brain freeze, which would have been a big problem.
Very rough, yeah. So,
Uh, but there's the LED. We can put about roughly 300 cards into our graveyard from our hand with the LED. We've got a gamble for brain freeze. And a Praetor's Grasp to Thassa's Oracle, the Atraxa player. Or to take their Thassa's Oracle, I believe. Without any interaction, this, if played correctly, this will be a win. So Brain Freeze got exiled. It appears this is what
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
okay.
that's fine. That's fine. We don't need it.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Yeah. The lines are still there for sure.
Yeah, we've got Demonic Consultation here in the graveyard. We've got LED. We've got the mana with the LED, and plenty of cards in grave from
Yeah.
pitching our hand to Adnals. Should be able to make this work here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So gamble, putting another card in grave here. It's like gamble is being escaped. Maybe what do we think we're grabbing here? Really, not many cards in the library.
Yeah.
Uh, no, no. Grasp was, I believe, revealed off of the Adnals. So yeah, I'm almost positive we have a Praetor's Grasp here.
Yeah.
Although I guess technically they don't have these players lists, so they might not be confident the Atraxa player has the last Oracle. Though I mean I would assume if we're in the colors we're playing it.
Right. Yeah. Still though, with LED, I you could go ahead and oh well there you go, a mnemonic portrayal.
Okay, what are we I don't think there's nothing in grave for the Mind Betrayal.
Yeah.
Grasp, yeah. Chat,
Yeah.
come on. Grasp was revealed. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. There's a grasp right there, so we can escape. Yeah, yeah, we can make enough mana through the LED.
Yeah. So
Through escaping the LED, and because our Tim Kodama player has not had a turn 2 yet, they have not been able to untap the Deathrite Shaman, which may have been useful here.
absolutely. Yeah.
So we're
Okay,
not
so
100% sure what's
we're
happening here, but
grasping.
yeah, looks like
We're
they're grasping.
grasping,
I can
looking
only
at
assume sending a deck list maybe.
yeah, looking at a list.
Yeah, the Atraxa player could have Thoracle in hand. I mean, like I mentioned previously, they drew a bunch of cards that I would assume are cards related to winning the game, not interacting. So it's possible that they have Thoth Thoracle in their hand.
Absolutely. With all the cards they drew off of fish, I would not put it past them. If that's the case, then Mike, what do you Praetor's Grasp for?
What do I Praetor's Grasp for? So blind Praetor's Grasp people. We have the list here. So I so if we make infinite mana with Tevish Crom through something like a Hullbreaker Horror, no, are we on that? No. That's a great question. It's tough. It's tough. We're looking to win the game here, obviously.
Yeah, it's
We're
very
not
rough.
looking to
Yeah,
go for value. I
yeah, 100%. Looking to close it out, especially you're at 4 man. I'm at 4 life rather.
We don't have access to Brain Freeze. We can do multiple Praetor's Grasps. So you could uh do something like find No, Displacer's Kitten doesn't work. It makes more mana. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, you cannot loop with their Displacer Kitten and Fairy. Um, yeah. So one of the lines that we could possibly do is Predator's Grasp away the Vanilla Devastation, and if we have something to loop through our deck, like I believe our Kitten may have been exiled or it may have been revealed to the Adnals, but something like a loop to make infinite mana into playing our creatures from our grave, or playing some of the creatures in our deck. There is looks like one blocker in place if you're able to get 3 creatures into play. Cast a Finale of Devastation X equals, I don't know, 1,000,000. Give them haste, kill the table. That's a line you're able to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, so escaped LED.
Okay.
I think we're going for another gamble here.
Yeah, we're gambling through our how many cards we got here? 12, 15, 20 cards in library. Not a ton. Not a ton, but we're gambling for something.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, whatever we're looking for, we didn't mill that over. Okay, we've got a Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
So yeah, this is tough. I'm curious what they're going for here.
Yeah. Casting the Wheel of Fortune here.
Okay, so pitch 3 cards, wheel. Okay. Yeah, that's a good call, chat. You can wheel and get some of these cards, like possibly a Thassa's Oracle, from the Atraxa player's hand into their graveyard. Which there it is. There's the Thoracle in
Yeah,
grave.
there
Yep,
you
and then
go.
we can cast a Mnemonic Betrayal. We can escape a Mnemonic Betrayal from grave. Keep
There
their
you go.
Thoracle, and I
Yeah.
mean, with how many cards in library, you might just like cast a wheel or whatever, cast a Thoracle, just went through the trigger. You don't really even you may
Casting a
need the
Mana
console, but you
Crypt.
don't really need it. Yeah. Yep, we've got a Mana Crypt here. Yeah, sometimes these Nas turns can be difficult.
Mhm. Especially considering they had to play around a Draenei at the beginning as well.
That's true. Okay, so Displacer Kitten. That's gonna give us I don't know if we have a loop, but because this card is a little too big brained for me. No, we have to exile cards from our graveyard. So we can flicker some. Don't flicker that Femage. Flicker that Dockside.
Yeah.
Make more treasures. Yeah, put stuff mana. Okay, we're getting closer to that Finale Devastation win. That's definitely not coming. Okay, Signet. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking a Mnemonic Betrayal has to be.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely the end state here. Is we're looking to cast their Thassa's Oracle with the Demonic Betrayal. Okay, and we get to see the hand here. It's like Blind Obedience, Drannith is already in grave. That's a lot of mana. Their hand was basically mana.
Yeah. Which is this one is all you need. Okay. Nice move casting the Remora first, too, just in case there was any interaction. Yeah. Sharky took the Grand Abolisher, the Fish, and the Thoracle. This is looking like a win for Sharky. Yeah, Sharky took it.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that is the game. Uh Great stuff, great stuff. Looks like the second
Okay.
Dawes, it was a little less tough there. Definitely put it together. Doc the Distortionist, still a ridiculous Magic the Gathering card. That's for sure.
Absolutely. MVP of this game for sure.
Yes.
Uh,
Now, we're gonna take a quick pause here. We're gonna find another pod for you here. Give us just a moment.